The Liquid Culture.
Hey there, folks. Welcome to another episode of The Liquid Culture with me, Mitchell Sharrock. Thanks for joining today. We're back in the house, back in my dining room, back with Murph, and today we're going to talk a little bit about glassware. Very important topic. Wanted to touch on it. Need to talk to you guys about your wine glasses, what you're drinking your wine out of. It does make a difference. Not going to be too fancy about it. We don't need to be crazy with it, but there is a difference when you're changing up your wine glass. It does make a difference. So trust me on that one. Let's start with the don'ts. Look at it in all of its glory. The 1980s Italian restaurant Chianti out of the wicker basket wine glass. Look at that thing. You seeing this? Look at the thickness on the stem. My God. So, if you have a glass like this in your house, get rid of it. Like I said, I don't want to be too snobby about this thing because that's not what this channel's about. We're not about making wine unapproachable for people. We're about empowering people to drink wine and know more about it and be happy that they're into the wine world. But there's no place in the wine world for this. The bowl's tiny. You can't really swirl anything in this. The bowls, it's not shaped properly to really get in there, and just holding this thick, I mean, it feels like I'm holding a small tree when I try and grip this glass. There's no place for a glass like this. The rim is so thick, I feel like I need to take a bite out of it before I drink the wine. There's no place in the wine world for glasses like this. This does no good. So get rid of it. Let's talk about glasses you should have. So the way I look at wine glasses is the same way I look at a set of kitchen knives. You don't need a whole block of kitchen knives. You really don't. You're going to probably end up using 2 of the knives out of that thing, and the rest are going to sit there with their factory edges on them for the rest of their miserable existence. Wine glasses are the same way. You need 3. You need 3 kitchen knives. You need 3 wine glasses. Not 3 total. 3 styles. You need 3 styles of wine glass, and we're going to talk about them here. So, what are the 3 styles you need? Let's go most specific first. This guy right here. Okay, what do you see? Short, almost, big bowl. What do we use this glass for? So this right here is a Pinot Noir. Well, it's a Burgundy glass. So this is a wine glass that is specifically engineered to capture and project the complex and nuanced aromas of things like Burgundy wine. So other wines that might fall into that category, I drink a lot of things like, I would say most Italian wines I drink out of a Burgundy glass. Your Chiantis, your Nebbiolos, Barolo, Barbarescos, Brunellos, Barberas. They're all. I usually drink them all out of here. Your fruity but slightly complex wines, things that really benefit from that larger surface area with the air getting down onto them there. That's what I use this glass for. I even go a little bougie, and when I'm drinking like Gamay or Beaujolais, something that's not really meant to be too fussy, I'll drink it out of something like this. It's fun to swirl it around in, gets those fruit characters popping up into your nose a little bit, and I think that it really has a place in your wine glass repertoire. So that is the Burgundy glass. The next glass. This is your Syrah Cabernet glass. So taller, more tapered, thin structure here. So this is going to be what you want to drink your big bold stuff out of. Big bold guys go in here. You can really, you get them filled up. You can see that nice dark color on a higher pour here, and it's a glass that I think is really kind of universal. But I still, like I said, I drink all of my big bold wines out of a glass with this shape. So the last wine glass that you're going to need is a white wine glass. The other thing you use this for, you're probably saying, well, wait a second. What am I supposed to drink my champagne out of? I need a flute in there. Flutes are the worst. Flutes are were engineered so that you could see the fun frizzy bubbles coming up in your champagne. You can't really smell, and you can't dig into a flute. Drink all of your white wines and sparkling wines out of here, with the exception of, I go back to the Burgundy glass if I'm drinking a Chardonnay with a lot of character. I will pour that into this guy. But other than that, white wines, rosés, sparklers. This is a very, very versatile glass right here. You'll see it's short. It's got just the right bowl size here for a nice pour. You're probably going to about right here on this guy for the standard pour. But it's fun to have in your hand. I know some of you might, your masculinity issues. You need the big ass glass, as Gary Vaynerchuk used to call it. But honestly, I drink a lot of wines out of this guy. Even lighter style red wines I'll drink out of this guy, because it's just a nice, easy glass to handle, to control. It feels good in your hand. The other thing about these guys that I wanted to touch on is the stem. So you'll notice that the stem on these is much thinner than your old guy that you're supposed to be getting rid of. Much thinner stem on it. And a lot of when it comes to wine drinking, a lot of what it comes down to is how it looks, how it smells, how it feels, and with a stem like this, it feels nice and delicate in your hand, which when you're drinking wine, you want it to feel right. You want it to feel. You want it to feel like what it is. It's a nice handcrafted beverage, and you want to drink it out of a nice handcrafted glass. These are Riedel. So Riedel is probably the most common or most well-known glass maker for wine glasses. You can pick these guys up. I'll link them up on the website. Each one of these, they usually come in a 2-pack. Sometimes they'll come in a 4-pack, and they're not inexpensive, but they're not the most expensive glasses. You want to talk about the most expensive glasses? Let's bring the Zaltos out. These guys you see me using a lot in the tasting videos, just because they're my absolute favorite glasses. These are the only ones I have. This is not my outfit of glasses at the house. Are not Zaltos. They're Riedel, or they're something that I've got from someplace like Pier 1 or Pottery, not Pottery Barn, Bed Bath & Beyond or something like that. But the Zaltos, I do have a set of. I believe you can get this sample pack of the Universal White Wine, the Bordeaux Cabernet glass, and the Burgundy glass. I believe you can buy them on either Wine Enthusiast or Wine Spectator. You can buy the 3-pack for, I want to say it's $186 to get the 3 glasses. So if you're trying to big dog it and you want to go out and spend some extra money on the finest glasses, I mean, these are bar none the finest wine glasses that I've ever used. And I would say that they were definitely worth it, but I'm not going to outfit my entire cabinet with these guys, and I'm certainly not letting guests drink out of them, because they are very fragile. As are the Riedels. The Riedels, don't get me wrong, the Riedels, you got to be careful when you're washing them. Don't go sticking them in the dishwasher. You want to hand wash your Riedel glasses. But they are going to be slightly more sturdy than, look at the stem on this guy. Just holding it with too big of a pour might crack that guy in half. So you got to be really careful with these. But I would say that that they feel really nice in your hand. The lip is super thin lip. You feel like the wine just kind of floats into your mouth when you're drinking out of these guys, and it's just a delight. So I would say you got the Zalto, you got the Riedel. Go out, outfit your pantry with some nice wine glassware, and you definitely will not be disappointed, because your wines will taste better, they will drink better, and I think it'll be worth your money and your time. So that's glassware. Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.